Okay, Wayne, I just wanted to go over some things that I've been doing to your website today. And if you would, there should be a small red box show up down here in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Click on that subscribe button and you'll get an update to all the videos I do. All right, let's get started because this might be a little bit much. You might have to take it in bite-sized pieces. All right, this is one of my contractors up in Atlanta. I did not do this website. They pay thousands per month for it still, but that's their problem. Anyway, at some point, one of the things I've noticed that they've introduced a chat function on here. It also will solicit reviews, but this is a paid subscription to this. I'm getting ready at some point to install a free one on yours. I've got it on my own website. You have to keep a window open. You can do some chat, but I'll install that on there. I think it helps with a little bit of interactivity. It shows you how many people been to your website in one day. You can keep this open at the house or at the office and tell when someone's on the website. And if they just happen to want to talk to you, to chat with you, they can click the interactive button and start talking. Now, on the website itself, I have been working to make it, of course, more responsive, look good on a smartphone. I've changed around some stuff the past few days. I just wanted to go over it with you. Back on the home screen, I brought comfort services back up to the top. I'm thinking this website still gets ranked. It's gone up a little bit in the rank. I don't know what you've noticed. We're going to look at Google Analytics in a minute. Of course, you're advertising in that spot there. And but then organically, you show up in the second or third position. I'm starting to research what Blankenship has done to get up to number one, because that's kind of new for them. But on the website itself, let's go back to that. I have done more to install. You know, we've implemented a new review management platform. I know there's probably times that you may think you don't need some of these bells and whistles on here, so that's why I wanted to go over some of it with you. The particular way I've got it installed on here now will help with the search engine optimization of it. I've started putting it on all the pages. So like if they enter on the train page, it'll show up here. I've done it in different formats, but just to let you know, if you, let's see if I can do that here. So if I right click this, so that one's got their knowledge of HVAC. I'm going to check the page source. I'm going to do a Control F, T, H, E-I-R. There you go. So you can see this is now getting indexed into your into the search engines. It has the star rating on it, and it is going to help. It's something very instrumental called schema.org. You don't really need to know that. You just need to be glad I know about it. The bigger websites like these guys implement it, but again, they implemented it a lot of money. So I'm keeping the price down for you. So that's going to be installed on just about every page. At some point, it will be on every page. I've gone down through here and like put it on air conditioning installation. Again, I'm experimenting with different formats. You'll see that when I hit, so that says Wayne has been amazing to work with. I'm going to hit refresh, and you'll see that comes up different every time. It also has a feed now of your aggregate rating on this particular page. And all of this is, again, the schema markup helps websites get ranked better in the search engines. So that's just the bottom line. You know what? I can see some other things I need to do on this page here too to help with the search engine ranking. And I'll come back and do it. You know, all the time, the way I work on these things, I recognize things that I could do even better. And so that's why, that's what I do over time. So anyway, the review page, I worked on that to make sure that when it shows up on a smartphone, let's resize this right quick. Developer tools. You now have on all pages, they can hit that with their thumb and dial the phone number. It's not going to work on here, but it would on the phone. Going back to the home page, though, you'll see leave a review button. It's going to be on every page except the page that we just came from. So let's go check out heat pumps to prove I did do it. There you go. Leave a review. And so when they click that, it takes them to the review page. The review page should line up a little better than it did. I changed some margins. We'll talk. One of the things you ought to do is take this page and save it on your phone on the save the icon on the phone. If you'll go up to the very top on a real smartphone, you'll see that there's a way to save any page, a link to it to your home page. And so that might be an idea. If you know that you want to just get Google reviews, do the same thing for Google reviews. And that way, when you're standing in front of someone, you can just open up the page and then text it to them. We'll go over that when I'm in person with you, but I think you can you're pretty up to date on this stuff. You probably can figure it out. All right. Now, Google Analytics. One of the things I was checking out is to see what the traffic is like on the website. And several months ago, I installed some tracking code on the website, and it's here's a monthly view of the traffic coming in since the first of the year. I can go back further, years from now. I can go back several years when we gather all that data. But the good news is it's steadily climbing. It is one of the things I wanted to show you is about location. Okay, so you're going to always get traffic from these other sites. They're robots that try to break in, that try to hack into the website. Ireland's probably one of the worst. Canada, they've all got them. And in America, you'll usually get shut down pretty quick because of your IP address and some other things. But as you can see, most of the traffic's coming from Alabama. And in particular, let's take a look at that, Alabama, and scroll. I haven't done this, so let's tool, and you can see that most of your traffic's coming from in the local metropolitan area. So, and that's the way it should be. Now, let's take a few minutes to go over Grade Us as the call management, the review management platform that I use. You can actually buy this yourself. You'll pay for 3 seats when you only need 1. Plus, you still won't be able to figure out all the tools and how to set it up. And so that's, I charge a very minimal amount to get this set up for my contractors. And it will send you monthly reports, weekly reports, even daily reports of how many phone calls you've gotten. So let's go over a little bit of it right quick. The sales funnel here I've set up. As you saw, it's on the website there. And so people can come in here and, 4, it's going to send them to it. 3 reviews. I need to adjust that. 3 reviews. It's going to ask them to leave a message. But 4 reviews, let's go back. 4 stars or above. It's going to then link them to Google. I may, I'm going to take this Review Us, this little explanation off of here, so it just goes straight to this page. I'm going to try to remember to do that as soon as I stop the video. But that is a change I need to make. But there's just so much to this program. It's I'm still even learning it the widgets, let's go to that right quick. I have sent you an email. You can take this and put it at the bottom of your every email you send out. You could also put this at the bottom of the invoices. You can see how I've done it on mine. Now you just click on the gear and go into the settings, I believe is how you do it. And you scroll down and you paste it right there along with any other. So this is the 3 lines. And then I put in my own thank you, Bob Rutledge, digital marketing. I'm going to just get rid of that. It's a little pompous of me to say that, isn't it? And then you go down to the bottom and you save the changes. And now that will show up at the bottom of your emails anytime you send them out. And here's the most powerful part of it, or one of the more powerful parts of it. It does a phone, texting, and email drip campaign to help you invite others who have been your customers in the past, but you, for whatever reason, they didn't leave you a response right away. I haven't set this up on your account yet because you're pretty good at collecting those reviews, but let's go ahead and do it. Let me go in here, invite opt-in form. Let me see, receipt, configure, text message, configure. We can all the text messages go out can be independently configured, customized to whatever you want to say on there. I'll come back and do this at another point. I'm trying to find where I add. There's a place on here to add the phone numbers. Maybe I've already done it because there's the phone number. And so when you put in a phone number into this opt-in form, it will send a text. Let me go back and set up email. I'm gonna have to come back rather than hold it. I just never finished setting up the email portion of it. But it will on the opt-in forms. It will then have a. Well, I'll show you mine. So in the opt-in form, you'll see. Oh, I know why I turned mine off. I had a reason to do it so I could get a different area code number. I still had the 404 on there, and I want to switch it to a 251. So I had to turn mine off until the beginning of next month to get that to reset. So let's go one more time. 3 strikes, you're out. Let's try Frost Brothers Heating and Air. Okay, there you go. So now you can see the text box and the email is available. And if I put in, check both of those off, put my name in there, and it'll send a text to me immediately. It'll send an email immediately. Then over the course of 7 days, it'll send 2 more emails and 1 more text message. And then it will quit, though, the minute someone even clicks on the email. I believe it cuts it off. It stops the campaign because you assume that if they're going to click on it, they're going to leave a review for you. You don't want to hassle them too much about it. There's only so much you can do. The reporting aspects of this. Here, let's go back to the review. Let's go. Let's see. I mean, it could take several minutes. Go away. There. Let's go back to your reviews. So at the end of the day, this can be set up to every day that it generates how many phone calls you got that day and where they were from. You can set up reports that will show you how you're progressing along during any time period, and the good words that people are saying about you, and very fortunately, no bad words. And links. Let's go to that part. The reviews that we monitor right now are just on Google. I need to probably set up, and Facebook, but we can set up many, many review companies. Let me go back to that part because I did skip over it. So if I go in here to add a listing, So as you can see, we can pull in Angie's List, the Better Business Bureau, any of these other review sites that you may have. Facebook, we've already got, again, Better Business Bureau, Judy's Book, if you're a member of that. Let's scroll on down here and see if we see any more. I mean, this thing's set up for dentists and restaurants and schools and bunch of different businesses, and they're adding more house. Yeah. So now here's home services. So if you're Guild Quality, it reminds me, I do have a painter that's a member of Guild Quality, home advisor. It'll, even if you're not still actively using them, they probably got some reviews for you. We can pull them in to your report. Thumbtack, Kudzu, and so on. Lawyer, I've got a lawyer I'm dealing with. We're going to add these to his, and so on and so forth. I mean, they're adding review sites that they automatically monitor daily on, or every week or two on this. So it's a pretty powerful program, and we're just, we're all the time adding it to, so we can add the listings to whatever you want. Anytime like a new review comes in, good or bad, any reports that go out, I get a copy of it, you get a copy of it. If you want your someone else to get a copy of it, let me know. I can add that to it. We can add social media links on here. In fact, I'll go, no, I'm not going to update anything right now. So that's a little bit of an overview over it. And more services are coming on the way with that. Then I guess that's really about it. So if there's anything else you need for me to do right away, let me know. I will constantly be, from time to time, not constantly, be updating these things and training you. Any questions you got about how to get the most use out of this, just let me know. And we'll talk later.